Today we want to talk about some new features in StoriBot that allow you to integrate third-party servers, either through an API call or an MCP layer. So if you come over here to your main menu, you'll see the integrations menu on the left. If you click on that, then you'll get this simple integration interface. You simply click Add API Key. The key needs a name, which will be forced into upper snake case, and a field value, which will be just regular snake case, and then of course the key value. You can also enter these as a JSON field if you would prefer. If you put it as a key value pair, the system will just convert it to JSON in the background. If you click in here, you'll see here's some common examples of some of the databases, CRMs, analytics platforms that StoriBot has some presets for. So if you pick one of these, then you'll notice that it will be partly pre-populated down here. So we will tell you, well, if you want to connect the MCP Composio, then you need a URL and an API key. So there's some ways to sort of know what the field values are going to be for these common services, but you can of course just enter any regular service you want. That's how you enter a API key into StoriBot. So I'll just give you a brief example here. So we might put the open weather API key in, just a regular key for open weather. We might say, open weather key. You can't just if you put in just key or API key or something very generic, then the system will sort of reject that name. So it's looking for a specific name. Really the reason there is if you just put key and key in, then obviously the agents find that a lot harder to work with than a specific naming convention. Of course, we use capitalized or upper snake case for constants. I won't put my value here for obvious reasons, but yeah, that is exactly how you enter an API key into StoriBot. Once an API key exists in the system, it will be available to you in every StoriBot story that you create. So every time you create a story, your API keys are injected into the environment and they are available for you to use. We use a secure key storage via Amazon. So your keys are held securely and they are securely passed into the Stori environment. So thanks very much.